through this door lies another dimension. One of beeps, one of boops. A reality where 8-bit and HD clash. This is the point where new and retro meet. The 6.5 dimension, protected by the arcade overlord. You have crossed into the turbo zone.
Hey geeks and gamers, and welcome to a brand new segment called Comic Zone, where I take a look at comic books and give you my overall thought issue to issue. Starting off the series here, we have the first issue of Sonic Universe. Now Sonic Universe is part of the Archie comic series. I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar with all of the Archie comics. I know a few here and there, but overall I just haven't got into it, which is very strange because I am a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, but this was given to me by my good friend Majora T, so I decided to give it a read, and honestly, it was a pretty good book. First off, for a book called Sonic Universe, there's really not a lot of Sonic in this issue. Sonic only appears in some flashbacks, but I think it's a really interesting concept. For what I could tell from the Sonic Universe line of books, it's more meant to just expand the Sonic universe. The story in this book follows Shadow the Hedgehog as he's trying to take down Metal Sonic, or one of the versions of Metal Sonic, and he ends up in the same, I don't know what exactly it is, the same dimension or whatever that Sonic Rush Adventure takes place. So he meets up with like Blaze the Cat and Marine the Raccoon, and it's all around a fun issue. That's the basic plot, but it's just fun seeing these characters really interact. The characters have a lot of dialogue and a lot of expression. They're really really awesome. I'm really intrigued to get into the Archie comics now, because just from reading this issue, like where in the games Shadow was just kind of your generic brooding am I a whatever creation, oh my dark past, blah 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 character. He actually has a lot of like great moments in this one issue where you get a lot of characterization from the character, because there's moments in here where Shadow's Shadow feels very human. He feels like a character, which is something that the games don't really get right a lot of the times. Sonic has a huge cast of characters that you could do a lot of things with, and I think this series really understands that, because just in this issue alone, I mean, besides the flashbacks, there's really 4 characters. There's Shadow, Blaze, Marine, and Metal Sonic. And just the parts where Shadow's talking to Blaze and Marine for the first time, this is the first time they've ever met as characters, it was super interesting just to read that. I mean, of course, there's a battle near the end with Metal Sonic. But overall, I really liked the way that the characters were portrayed, and I really like the art style. I mean, once again, the characters are really expressive. It's just a really colorful looking book, which is nice to see, in a comic book. Of course, you want colors in your comic book, or else it's going to be boring. It's going to look bad. But overall, I think it's a really serviceable comic if you are a Sonic fan. And I'm really interested in getting the rest of the Archie series. I know it's going to take a while for me to do. But Sonic Universe #1 is a really great book. I would recommend this for anybody who likes Sonic, or maybe if you don't like Sonic and you like comics, this could be something for you to read. But anyway, next time we will return on Comic Zone with maybe a little bit of Turok.
Hey geeks and gamers, TurboBot90013 here. Remember to subscribe to the Turbo Zone for more content. The Arcade Overlord, thank you. Stay retro. Turbo Zone.